Hello, thank you for purchasing this cross stitch kit. Let me show you what's inside the kit. The kit comes with an instruction manual, some embroidery floss, pony black needles with a needle threader, and a cloth with the cross stitch design. Each design comes with such circles. The circles at the outer edge are colored, while the circles inside the pattern are black. The square inside this circle is marked with a certain color. There are markings on this pattern where there are no dots. We do not have to cross stitch over this area. Let's start with cross stitching by first stretching the fabric with the pony bamboo hoop. Now let's take out one needle from this kit along with the needle threader. To start with, I am going to choose this green floss. I am going to use my pony scissors to cut this off. Each floss will have 6 strands. We need to separate the strands to use it for cross stitching. We can either separate in a bunch of 2 or 3 based on your convenience. I am doing 3 strands here. I am going to separate these 2 and then gently pull the strands so that they separate easily. Then I am going to use my needle threader to thread this. To do that, first we'll put the needle threader through the eye of the needle. Then we will take our embroidery floss, all 3 strands of it, and put them through the needle threader. We will then pull the needle threader and the floss will be inside this needle. Now while cross stitching, don't forget to put a knot at one end of your floss. Once that is done, let's move ahead and stitch. And let's go ahead and do this patch for the green color. So to do this, I am going to start at the cross which is at the very bottom of this particular patch, and there is just a single cross here. So I am going to pull my needle through the center of this circle. Then I am going to go diagonally opposite and bottom circle and put my needle through the center of that circle. This is my half stitch. Since it is a half of a cross, we'll call it a half stitch. And now to finish the stitch, I am going to come up at the center of the circle, just above the circle we put the needle in, and then go back to the left side and center of that circle. So this finishes my cross. Now with this, I will move on to the next row and come out in the center of the circle here, go back down diagonally opposite and to the right side, come up at the center of the next circle on the top of that row. And now before finishing this cross, I'll do all the half stitches in this particular row. So there are 3 crosses here and I will finish all the half crosses first. Once I've finished that, I will once again come up at the center of the top circle and now go back to finish all the cross stitches. I'm going back to the left side and down. This is finish the first cross. Coming up at the center of the top circle again and going back down to finish the second cross, and similarly coming up at the center of the top circle again and going down to finish the third cross. We will move on to do the third rows in a similar way. this is how it looks once we have done 4 rows. I will finish off rest of the rows of the camera and show it to you. So here is how the green color is looking, and then I've gone ahead and placed the blue floss in my needle. There are 3 strands of this floss, and I'm going to do now this particular patch with blue. So same thing, I'm going to start at the very bottom. To close it off, I am just going to take this needle and thread through few of the last stitches like so, and just pull it off, and then we can simply snip it off here. This is how your blue and green patch looks. Next, I have taken this deep blue floss to fill this patch. I will do a few rows and show you how it looks. Once again, starting at the very bottom. So here I have done 4 rows of this blue color. I will finish the rest of the blue color later. So let's move on to the next color, which is now red. I have taken this red floss, and let's do the nail this time. Let me start in a very similar way. Now I've taken this yellow floss, and we are going to do this patch with this color.
So this is how it looks when finished. I hope you enjoy finishing this too. Thank you so much for buying this kit, and please do explore from our other kit options for cross stitch, crochet. Also explore from our product range. Thank you and bye bye.